Oh yeah, pipe smokers, happy Sunday! It's the 23rd of March. Yeah, and I'm loving it. And so we had this pipe tobacco here, and that I made, and I've already given out the recipe. If you want the recipe, just there it is, okay? If you can't read my writing, just, I don't know, just put down what's the recipe. So I was trying to make something very similar to Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged. And as you know, maybe you don't, Seattle Pipe Club Bourbon Barrel Aged, it's blended and then it soaks in a wet bourbon barrel, white oak bourbon barrel. And so what I did is I've got, some of these little 1-inch by 1-inch blocks, and they're charred, all right, on one side. So I soaked a couple of them in some real good bourbon, and then after I made my mixture, I let those sit in there, and then I'd pull them out about once a week, soak them again, because the tobacco was sucking it up. And so I did that, and I wanted to do it for a month, and it's turned into really a month and a half. And that smells just like Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged. So we're going to press it. And I'm not going to do this, but so you got to have 2 hockey pucks and a 3-inch tube. The hockey pucks fit perfectly in there. So 2 hockey pucks, a tube that is 7.5 inches long, and then you've got to have an 8-inch clamp capable of 1,000 psi of pressure. And that's really all you need. You need to have, what I do is I wrap the hockey pucks in, what do I wrap them in? What the fuck? Yeah, so I wrap them in wax paper, and then I put the bottom one in, then I fill it up, wrap this one in wax paper, I put that in there, and then I clamp it down. So if you're making crumble cake, you only have to do that for a couple days. If you're making crumble plug, which is under more severe pressures, you have to do that every day, man, for like a week, and then you gotta hammer it out of there and hopefully end up with something special, So let's do that, and I'll be right back. Oh, and cleanliness is next to godliness. You gotta make sure anything that's touching your tobacco is clean. Okay, there we go. There's my homemade press, and I poured the blend that I have into it, and by the looks of it, I don't know, probably have a 3-inch round block, probably right now about 1 inch thick, and I've got that sucker cranked down. Right now, all the juices in the tobacco, they're like mating, they're blending. We're going to let that sit like that for a few days. And then, I've got it cranked down just to about as hard as I can. So probably 1,000 psi. We're going to let it sit there. Every day I'll come home, crank it down. Maybe we'll only let it do that for maybe 4 days or so, 5 days. Just let all the juices in the tobacco, there's 5 different tobaccos in there, all pure. blending tobaccos. Just let them all blend together with the bourbon and so forth, you know. All right, so we're going to smoke some Black Irish Twist. That's what it looks like. And then what I do is I cut it in little medallions like that. And then I dice it up crossways. I rub it out, and this stuff is very, very moist. Oh, smells like a summer barbecue. But after I dice it all up and rub it out, I let it sit there for 15 or 20 minutes because this is so moist, this Black Irish Twist, yeah. Gawith, Hogarth and Company, yeah. So I'm going to do that. We're going to let it sit for 20 minutes, and we're going to load it up in my gorgeous Savinelli Punto Oro Mr. G, bowl number 207, made in Italy. And look at that. And that pipe is a 9mm, man, and this baby smokes awesome. Yeah. So we'll be right back in a nanosecond. Yeah, so when my Black Irish Twist is drying out, I've got this pipe that I've done up. It's all deghosted. Look at all the crap on that stem. Look how dull the finish is. This is one of the pipes that I'm doing for Redeemed Pipes. Look them up on Facebook, Redeemed Pipes. That's my buddy Ben Smith, man. And I've done, I don't know, probably about 50 or so pipes for him so far. And I still have about another 50 to go. And then hopefully he'll send me some more. He likes my work. So look at that pipe before. It's been all reamed out, deghosted and everything. And while this stuff's drying out, I'm going to clean that up like brand new on the outside. Oh yeah, and there we go. You saw what that pipe looked like before. It's freaking gorgeous now. It's like brand new. I'll tell you what, if you've got grandpa's pipes or dad's pipes or whatever, you send them to me, and for $20, I'll ream them out gently, clean all the internal parts out, clean the entire stem out. I'll sand out teeth chatter, and then I'll polish it all up and send it back to you at no charge to you. So you just throw a $20, per pipe into the, your shipment, and I'll make your pipe look like that. You saw what it looked like before. Yeah. So what we do is we ream them out. So I take all the carbon buildup out. I ream them down to bare wood. And then, I clean all the internal parts out, everything, before I deghost them. And then what I do is I use a salt and alcohol treatment to put it in the bowl. And what it does is it takes and dissolves all of the old oils and everything out of the pipe that have kind of become horrible tasting. And I'll send you back a sweet brand new pipe. As close to brand new as I can get it for $20. Yeah. If you're interested in that, you can text me at 585-352-3660. That's 585-352-3660. And we can talk about it. Yeah. You can show me the pipes and, look at that. You saw what it looked like before. It looks new, almost new now. And it's gonna, oh yeah, she's gonna smoke Like new. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we'll be right back and we're going to finally start something on fire. Yeah, so I have an old timer knife, probably made in the 50s or 60s. It has 3 blades, you know. It's made in the USA. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, mine's a little rugged looking, but she's sharp as can be. And I wanted my son, Paulie Jr., to have one, just like mine. So I bought him one. Yeah. Bought him one online. And, oh, I polished her all up and everything. Yeah. It's Paulie Jr.'s pipe. Yeah. You know, sharpened it all up. He loves fishing and all that stuff. So I got it all sharpened up, all cleaned up, all oiled up. And I told him I have a surprise for him. And he's like, "Whoa, what is it? What is it? What is it?" And, finally he badgered me enough where I was like, "All right, I'll send you a picture." And he's like, "That's great." I said, "Look, man, you're going to have the same knife. We're going to have a father and son knife. They're the same knives, same model number, everything." So I'm pretty stoked about that. I think it did a good job at polishing her up, you know. Yeah, and I can't wait to present it to him, you know. He loves fishing. He's addicted to fishing. And I think that's great because he's not addicted to anything else, thank the Lord, you know. So anyways, we've got this Punto Oro, Savinelli Punto Oro. Look at that pipe. Shell finish. And this is a Punto Oro Mr. G. Bowl number, I don't know, 207, yeah. And we've got her all loaded up with our Black Irish twist. And I just can't wait to set this on fire. Yeah, here we go. Watch that tobacco rise up. Oh, that's so good. Look at that tobacco rise up. And it's a 9mm. Oh man, this is just so good. Oh man, tastes like pure barbecue, man. So I got this pretty lady, and she's like, "I'm a billionaire. I'd like to send you $5,000 through Cash App." And I'm like, nobody does that. Why would you want to do that? And actually, originally she sent me, if I sent you $5,000 through Cash App, what would you use it for? And there was a bunch of things, and one of them was buy a house. And I was like, oh, all right, I'd buy a house. And so she's like, well, give me your Cash App info. And this is a scam, all right, because they send this money over to you, can't collect on it. It's a scam somehow. Nobody's going to send me $5,000 that I don't know for no reason at all. Oh, man. Woo. I got to stop puffing on this like a freight train. So my landlord, I live in a double house. So he lives on one side, I live on the other. I've been here almost 11 years. And so he had to go down and see his father, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He's going to have an operation on Tuesday. They don't know how bad it's going to be. They don't know if it's gone into the pancreas, because sometimes, you'll have, a cancerous tumor just outside of the pancreas. It can be easily operated on or taken out through radiation. If it's gone into the pancreas, they can still operate. If it's gone into the pancreas and other parts of the body, that's a death sentence. So we'll see, Praying and hoping for the best for his dad. His father is only 16 years older than he is. And I don't know. I got to take a break. Well, that just kicked my ass. Anyways, I'm all done for the night. I'm going to make myself a couple cheeseburgers. Yeah. Right now, my buddy Melbourne's like, oh, make me one. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out. Happy Sunday.